Okay, in the last problem we really didn't need calculus to find the absolute extrema. But in this problem here we're going to need to use some calculus. So we're going to work with h of x is equal to x squared, and we're on an interval, I should say a closed interval, -1 and 2. Alright, now first thing we're going to do is we're going to find the derivative. So h prime of x is equal to the derivative of x squared is 2x. And then we're going to set this equal to 0. We're going to find those critical numbers where there's a possible max or a min. So in this equation here we can see that x will be a solution, or 0 will be a solution to this equation. So this is one of our critical numbers here. I'll just label it with this CN for critical numbers. So now what we want to do is we want to take this 0 and plug it back into our original up here, and as we can see we get 0 out. So h of 0 is equal to 0. Alright, now that we've done that, what we're going to do now is plug -1 into h of x. So -1 is equal to -1 squared, which is 1, and then we're going to plug in the other one, h of 2, and that's 2 squared, which is 4. So h of 2 is equal to 4. So between these numbers, h of 0 is equal to 0. So between these are the numbers here that we're looking at. Alright. So as you can see that a maximum is occurring here because this is our largest number of the three, and then a minimum, the smallest number is our 0 here. So easy enough. We're going to say that the absolute, and I'm just going to abbreviate it as ABS, the absolute max, and I'm going to label this as the point here. Okay, so the absolute maximum is occurring at 2, 4, the point 2, 4 on the graph, and the absolute minimum is occurring at 0, 0. Let's see if I can pull a graph up on, and so we can take a look at this. Okay, so here's a graph. Now we're between -1, which is here on the x-axis. So here's our corresponding y value. We're between -1 and 2, so 1, 2. And there's our other y value here. This is the actual other point on the graph. So between here and here, now let's look at this smallest y value on this interval of, well, if we follow the graph down, you can clearly see that right here is going to be our smallest y value. Of all the y values on this graph, this right here is going to be the smallest. So at the point 0, 0, okay, and then up here, this will be the maximum y value at the point 2, 4. Alright, so it's kind of easy when you just look at a graph and see what we're looking at. Looking at the max and the min. Alright.